All right, financial math classes. Still working on installment loans right now. Today we're going to look at how those monthly payments that we learned how to calculate last time, how that goes into paying off your loan. So each month, part of that monthly payment goes into paying off the interest for the loan, and then the rest of it goes into the principal. We're going to look at how that works, and that's called the allocation of payments. So as we learned in 8.3, an installment loan is repaid in equal monthly payments. Part of each payment is allocated to pay the interest on the unpaid balance of the loan, and the remaining part is used to reduce the balance. The interest is calculated each month on the unpaid balance using the simple interest formula. The amount of principal that you owe decreases with each monthly payment. The formula follows. So basically what this means is, so the longer your loan is for, that's going to be, you're going to have a smaller monthly payment. In the first few months, most of that monthly payment goes towards interest. All right. So you don't even start paying off the principal for a while. So like on a home loan, that's 30 years. The first like 5 years is all going towards interest before you actually start paying down the principal of the loan. We're going to be using formulas that we're familiar with. The interest formula, principal times rate times time. Remember, time is a fraction of a year. Time is in years. We're going to be dealing with months on this one. So it's going to be a fraction of a year based on how many months. Payment to principal is just the monthly payment minus the interest. And then new principal is the previous principal minus the payment to principal. And we might actually streamline that a little bit. So let's see. A repayment schedule shows the distribution of interest and principal over the life of a loan. The repayment schedule in figure 8.1, here's figure 8.1, the interest and principal is $1,800, the interest and principal on an $1,800 loan for 6 months at 8%. So here is the payment schedule for an $1,800 loan, how the monthly payments go into paying off this loan. So you notice interest is calculated on the amount of principal left. And part of this payment goes to paying off that interest, and then you get the new balance after you subtract that. And then it keeps going. So this 12 goes in interest. So 307 minus 12 is 295.08, and that 295 gets applied to the previous balance, and so you get the new balance. And then the amount of interest is calculated by the new balance. So part of the monthly payment goes to paying off the interest. So that gets subtracted. So the amount that's going to the principal is 297.05. So it just keeps going on, down, and down. So let's actually take a closer look at how that's calculated. So this is for the last problem we're looking at. So we have Melinda and Xavier, the $1,800, 8 months. And her monthly payment back here, it is $307.08 for that monthly payment. All right, so the first thing we need to do is find the interest. So it's the principal, which was the $1,800, times the rate is 8%. Don't forget to change that to a decimal. Times the time. So this is for a monthly payment, so the time for the interest is 1/12. Multiply all that out, we get $12. I should double check that with a calculator. 1,800 times 0.08 times 1 divided by 12 is $12. So the interest for the first month is $12. So the payment to principal, what we're going to calculate is it's the monthly payment, which was $307.08 minus the interest. So 307.08 minus 12 is 295.08. Moving on to the next one. So the previous so the new principal, the previous principal is 1,800, and we subtract the amount that's left over to pay to the principal is 295.08. And so 295.08 minus, oh wait, I did that backwards. That's okay. 1,800 minus 295.08, we get 1,504.92. So that's the new balance. And so you repeat that process over and over again to figure out the payment for each, how much principal is going to be left over for the life of the loan until it matures. So let's actually fill out a table. So this is number 3 from the worksheet. That's part of your assignment. So we're just going to fill this out. We're going to do all those things. Remember that it's the interest, the formula for the interest is the principal times the rate times the time. What you do, you're going to subtract these values to get this. All right. And then you are going to take the balance minus this to get the new balance. And so for this interest, you use the new balance as the principal becomes the new interest. So let's actually work through this. So 414 minus 2010. So 414 minus $20.10 is equal to 393.90. And so to figure out this new one, I'm going to do the 2010 and 2010 minus the 393.90. So I'm subtracting these, and that the new balance is $1,616.10. All right, so to find the new interest, I need to do the principal, which is going to be the new balance, so 16.1 times the rate, so that's 0.12 as a decimal, times the amount of time, it's 1 month we are calculating it. So it's 16.10 times 0.12 times 112, 1 divided by 12, and you get 16, so 16. And then again, you subtract to get the amount of principal. So 414 minus 16.16, and that comes out to 397.84. And then I need to do 16.10 minus 397.84. We get 1,218.26. Do it again. So I need to calculate the new interest. So the interest, 1,218.26 times 0.12 times 1/12. Put that into a calculator, and you're going to get 1218. So 414 minus 12.18 is equal to 401.82. So 1218.26 minus 401.82 is 816.44. Got to calculate that interest one more time. So it's going to be 816.44 times 0.12 times 1/12. And that's going to come out to 816. So you subtract, so 414 minus 8.16 is 405.84. So we're going to do 816.44 minus 405.84. That comes out to 410. 0.60. And then the monthly payment again is $414. We need to calculate the amount of interest. So it's going to be 410.60 times 0.12 times 1/12. That comes out to 4.11 when we round. So minus that, so 414 minus 4.11 comes out to 409.89. And then when you subtract amount to principal, so 410.60 minus 409.89, you get 71 cents. So it doesn't work out quite evenly, but that's what happens. Sometimes you're gonna be a little bit more. What happens is they just tack this on to that 71 cents onto like the last bill or something. So that is how all that works. So this is number 3 from the assignment. So you only have like 3 problems to do. Similar type of problems. You need to calculate all this stuff. But that's all I have for you. If you have any questions, make sure you email me. Other than that, we'll see you guys next time.